Why the human population is actually shrinking, and what happens next. More than half the world's population lives in countries where births aren't replacing deaths. This quiet trend could change everything from the economy to geopolitics. You've heard the warnings about overpopulation. Too many people, not enough space, not enough food. But here's the truth. That story is outdated. Right now, today, the real crisis is the opposite. The human population is shrinking, and it's not slowing down. This isn't science fiction, this is happening, and the consequences are bigger than you think. The silent shift. For over a century, human numbers exploded, from 1 billion in the 1800s to 8 billion in 2022. We built cities, stretched across continents, reached for the stars. It felt like growth would never end. But then, something changed. All across the world, birth rates began to fall, quietly, gradually, almost invisibly, in Japan, Italy, South Korea, even in China, even in the United States. And once this trend starts, it rarely reverses. We didn't notice at first, but now demographers are sounding the alarm. Because this isn't just a dip, it's a collapse in slow motion. Why it's happening? So, why is this happening? It turns out, having children has become harder than ever. In many places, raising a family is just too expensive. Housing prices, education costs, healthcare, childcare that rivals a second mortgage. Then there's lifestyle. People are marrying later, or not at all. More are choosing careers, independence, or simply freedom. And there's a deeper cultural shift too. In the past, having children was expected. Now it's optional. In fact, in many developed countries, it's increasingly rare. We traded big families for big ambitions. And it's reshaping the world, whether we're ready or not. The tipping point. Here's the number you need to know. 2.1. That's the replacement rate. The average number of children each woman must have to keep a population stable. Today, most of Europe is below 1.6. South Korea, just 0.7. Japan, 1.3. The US, hovering below replacement. And China, once feared for overpopulation, is now shrinking for the first time in 6 decades. Once a country falls below 2.1 and stays there, it enters a spiral that's hard to escape. Fewer babies today means fewer parents tomorrow, and even fewer babies the day after. It's like a demographic echo, and once it starts fading, it doesn't come back easily. The world we're heading into. So what happens next? A shrinking population means fewer workers, fewer taxpayers, fewer caregivers for an aging generation. Economies slow. Innovation stalls. Healthcare systems strain under the weight of the elderly. Imagine entire towns growing quiet. Schools shutting down from lack of children. Universities begging for students. Governments struggling to fund pensions. Some countries are already there. Japan sells abandoned homes for $1. Italy gives away villages to foreigners. South Korea offers financial rewards, just to encourage dating and marriage. But money can't buy culture. And it can't reverse a decades-long trend overnight. Can anyone stop it? Can we fix it? Some say immigration is the answer, welcoming younger populations from abroad to offset the decline. Others look to technology, robots to care for the elderly, AI to maintain productivity. Some countries are experimenting with aggressive family policies, free childcare, long parental leave, tax cuts for parents. But none of it has worked, yet. Because this isn't just an economic problem, it's a cultural one. A generational shift in how we view life, purpose, and legacy. And no policy can force people to want children, or make life affordable enough for them to try. A different future. So what does a future of fewer people look like? Maybe it's not all bleak. Less population could mean less environmental strain, more space, more resources per person, a slower-paced world. a quieter planet. But it will also be lonelier, older, and very different from the one we've known. The real challenge? We've built a world that runs on growth, economic growth, population growth, ambition that never stops. But now, we may be entering an age of decline, and we don't yet know how to live there. The population bomb everyone feared has already gone off, but not with a bang, with a whisper.
Subscribe for the more stories that challenge the way you see the world.